boys are in full form here with those guitar picks. Nice here. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Good Morning, New Jersey. Our second episode here on this Tuesday, January the 9th. Sorry for a few minutes being delayed. The control room here in my living room is not what it should be. So we'll just go with it there. Let's bring in the gang here. I just got to figure out how now. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, there you are. There you are. Let's bring in everybody. If the mouse will work. Hold on. It's moving it. There we go. Now we got everybody. All right. Wow, what a rough start.
Wow, tough day in digital land, huh?
It is. Oh my God. You know what it is that? Well, so we're doing it on Instagram as well. It's like I have to open the Instagram separately from all of this, but hopefully we'll get to it to do it all in one thing. So
at least not reverb, right?
A little reverb, yeah, man.
No reverb.
Oh, no reverb.
Instagram. Yeah.
No.
It's good.
Got it. I thought that was you on the guitar. No.
Oh yeah, Jimmy shredded.
Jimmy shredded. Jimmy. Jimmy Sniper.
My hair shredding the gnar.
That's it. All right. So speaking of that, and the weather. So let's get right to it here, Chief.
Yeah.
What do we got here? I mean, we're hearing all kinds of report. Let's cut through the bullshit here and just get right to the top of the deal. Let me bring in your maps here, and what I'll do is I'll make them full screen because I think they're easier for everyone to see. There we go.
I like the color red, not like that though.
Yeah, that's the Weather Service radar out of I think Atlanta, so that's what's heading our way. So that's pretty gnarly, big batch of rain, big field of rain. You can see the scenario. I'm going to just move the radar a little bit as we move off to the east a little bit. So that's Atlanta, Columbus. Little Nikki G down there in Columbia. She's going to get some rocking and rolling here. So much for sleeping in this morning. So you can see that line of strong storms moving over Columbus, Georgia. That's Columbus, Georgia, Macon, Georgia. We zip off to the east a little bit more. And you can see things are pretty quiet as we head towards the coast and the Carolinas. I'm going to move just a little north here on this radar as we move up towards North Carolina, Greenville, Spartanburg. You can see it's just really kind of on the cusp here of some of that heavier rain. But you get towards Asheville and then out towards West Virginia. Pretty nasty here, pretty decent line, but I want to go back to the stronger storms here. Just bear with me for a second. There it is right there. And yeah, look at that. We got a tornado warning down in Panama City, Florida. 2 tornado warnings. You can see the one box down by the Gulf and then another tornado box as well. And that nasty secondary line of storms, severe thunderstorm warnings. Pensacola moving through again, not Space Coast, but the Emerald Coast of Florida and moving through the Panhandle and moving off to the east. So, it's a potent line, severe weather down to the south, heavy rain for us as we move a little further to the north as well. So, obviously a lot going on there. Again, we could be talking about 2 to 3 inches. We've got a high wind warning in place, a coastal flood advisory, as well as flood warnings down the spine of the state, down the turnpike here. So for us, it's really going to be areas which got more snow, northwest Jersey over the last few days. So let me bring you back to the Jersey radar, and you can see that things are relatively quiet now. That's the moisture moving in. It's not raining yet, but the clouds are thickening up, and we're expecting rain by about noontime. So if you've got to bring anything in, if you want to cover things up, throw the cover on the barbecue, things of that nature, any loose items you may want to just bring in as well. I would imagine most of the holiday lights are down, which is good. But there could be some power outages. We could be talking about wind gusts at the shore over 60 miles an hour. Flooding there, yes, we have that coastal flood aspect, but I think the flooding aspect might actually be worse in northwest Jersey, where we picked up 6, 7, 8 inches in that far northwestern part of the state. The Passaic, Raritan, Millstone River basins certainly under the gun here for, what could be pretty significant flooding. And K-Bear, you were talking about that state of emergency that begins at about 5 o'clock. And, it's a little, a lot of folks don't know what that means. It just allows the state really to mobilize resources, wherever they need them.
Yeah, I think we go through this every year where somebody calls a state of, Murphy calls a state of emergency, and we're like, oh no, what does that mean, right? Like everybody just kind of stops for a second. But yeah, what's interesting is that at 3 o'clock today, he's giving his state of the state for the year. So he's going to be doing that, and then probably telling everybody to go home because in his press conference yesterday, he's basically telling people heed the warnings because they're paying attention to this storm and they've gotten caught before. They necessarily didn't take it seriously or whatever, and the rain just became overwhelming. I mean, what was it, Ida? Not that they didn't take it seriously, but it was so intense that I don't think anybody expected it. So, I think finally they've learned a few lessons from the past.
For sure.
It's usually like the next 48 hours afterwards and whatnot. It may not be till Thursday. Some of these rivers may start to bang out over the tops, over the banks and whatnot. And like you said, up in that Sussex County area where they got a foot in some places. 10
I mean,
inches,
generally less, but exactly.
All that melting, and the temps are going to be fairly warm, right? It's probably going to be like in the upper 40s, 50.
Yeah, exactly. So you got warmer temps, you got what could be 3 inches of rain, maybe a little bit more, on top of several inches of snow and warming temps. So you've got all that snow melt plus the rain, plus the recent rain over the last week or so. So you've got a lot of water filling into those river basins.
Yeah. Well, if you're in a flood prone area that of, that's part of the issue with a lot of these storms now is that, you're getting flooding in places that never flooded before. So it gets tough for a lot of residents and businesses or whatever to try to make plans because they're like, I've never had, been here 50 years and have never seen water, and all of a sudden stuff starts rising. And it's like, do a quick evacuation type stuff with vehicles and other things, get them out of harm's way, whatever. But that's part of the problem is that we're just flooding in different places that has never seen flooding before. You're right, G, with the state of emergency. It's really just for not just for what. One, it's to make people aware so you get the word out. And, every media is jumping all over it like it's the end of the world. And then because they got nothing else to talk about. And then two, it's really just for like legal federal grants. Like if you don't do that, then you're not able to apply for money to either help with overtime and stuff like that. So it's more of a legal thing, and it's also a safety thing too. But
it's a housekeeping thing. It's a paperwork. It's a formality. A big part of it is just the formality of the process. And then the wording and the communication and the warning part of it is another. But I actually think from a state or municipality level, I think both of those parts are probably equally as important to them.
Correct. Yeah. That's right. All right. You're watching Good Morning New Jersey, everybody. 7-11 is our time. Post up in the comments here. We got a bunch of comments we're going to run down in just a minute. Let us know where you're watching us from. We got a lot of people on YouTube. That's what we need. We need those YouTube subscribers to go through the roof. And as Patrick says so eloquently here, great people, great info, and hyper local. This is the show we need. People, please subscribe. All right, so I'm going to bring us back here so we don't. No, wrong one. Oof. Whoa, wow.
Wow. I got blinded by my Chrome Dome. Whoa, turn it down.
Turn it down. You look like a Golden Globe. Exactly. We'll get to that in a little bit. We got some fun stuff there from the Golden Globes this past weekend. And actually, we'll just briefly touch on it. Is the host or whatever. He's taking a lot of heat. I mean, like, it's.
Poor Joe Coy. I mean, I think he's pretty funny. I don't know if you guys have ever seen his stand-ups.
I never even knew who he was. I never heard of who he is.
Oh, he's a pretty good stand-up. But
has he ever been in Uncle Vinny's?
Probably. I mean, who hasn't played at Uncle Vinny's,
exactly.
Right? But
he's didn't show up from Uncle Vinny's.
Apparently, he got handed the job 2 weeks ago.
Oh, really? Okay.
But a lot of the jokes fell flat. I mean, everybody was talking about the Taylor Swift joke yesterday. I didn't particularly think it was funny or original, but I also think she needs to, and I'm going to get the Swifties after me, but I think she needs to kind of lighten up a little bit because it wasn't a dig at her. It was a dig more at the NFL taking shots of her every single game and making it about her rather than the actual football game. But I mean, just the look of death on her face was like, just calm down. It's not that serious.
I think that's like the one thing I actually did see.
Right, because that's what everybody was talking about. I mean, I think overall it wasn't, he was kind of, and he knew it because at one point he told the audience to shut up. He's like, shut up. I just got this job two weeks ago. He's like, give me a break.
All right, good for him. All right, he's making fun of it. That's good.
So, I mean, it was, he was no Ricky Gervais. Ricky Gervais literally doesn't give a flying F and just, he tortures all of them and it's great usually. But
didn't they ban him or something or
I don't know.
Whatever. I mean, he's just, he is one of the best hosts out there.
He really truly is. And so, you kind of miss that, but he he did what he could.
Sure. Yeah, with only 2 weeks notice.
Like, you
Anna
just don't
says
take
here,
yourself too seriously. That's the whole thing.
exactly. Anna says, when you see us from Homedale, good morning.
Nice. Good morning.
Alexandra says, good morning from East Rutherford. We got Sleevy G checking in here.
Sleevy.
Everyone stay dry. Good morning to you. Stacey Ann says, good morning, James from East Brunswick. Very nice.
morning.
Again,
Oh,
post
wow.
where you're watching us from. I think it really helps us out here. Let's see here. Good morning. So worried about flooding. So at this point, the NJDEP refused to open the pump and floodgates yesterday. That's
Oh, wow.
an interesting one. I did hear that. I wonder what.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like there'd be a lot of downside to that. So why wouldn't you
Why
want
wouldn't
to
you? Yeah.
open that up? And I don't know. It's got to
Especially,
be more,
again, learning from the past of
Right,
like what's
right,
happened,
right.
Especially
There's got to be
there.
more to that story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Inquiring minds want to know.
Exactly. Well, I mean, I hope 48 hours again. Like I said, on Thursday, we don't see 3/4 of Wayne,
Right.
Lincoln Park, Little
Right.
Falls,
Right.
and,
Yeah.
and Patterson,
Usual
everything.
suspects, yeah.
Yeah, completely just deluge of water. Talking feet of water, and that you can't get rid of.
Yeah, I know. I can tell you if it's flooding in Patterson, Andre Say would be more than happy to call in for Good Morning New Jersey.
Yeah,
if we can figure out how to take his audio.
Yeah. Well, just send him the link. He's just joined.
exactly.
Just joined us live. Yeah, I
He'd
mean,
be like the fourth host.
Yeah.
Well,
love him.
you got the link to him, so if you want to send it out to, if we decide to do a show on Thursday, we'll try to do that.
I will say that the most ironic thing of my departure from my previous employer.
I love how you put that.
Wow.
were the phone calls and texts
Yeah.
from Mayor Saya.
He's great.
He's great.
Yeah.
So
He's
he
awesome.
he called. He's like, dude, what's up? It was pretty crazy, but very appreciated. So he's often very accessible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think our mutual friend who you're meeting later, I think is related in some capacity to him, but I don't know. I'll leave her name out of it, but I mean, I think they're related.
Oh, okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
I didn't know I was meeting anybody.
Ooh, Katie says good morning from Jackson. Cindy writes here from Beechwood. Very nice. Anthony Mark here. Good morning, everyone. I'm watching on YouTube from Diker Heights, Brooklyn. Nice.
Love it.
Winter is always too much to bear.
to bear.
Look at that. Look at that.
No.
Let's see. Diane says good morning from Edison. Okay. Let's see here now. What do we got? Lauren? Is this Lauren? Good
That's
morning
Lauren.
from Lincoln Park. Okay, we just they would look out for our mayor's tried. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep us updated, Lauren. What you're gonna, what you're going through, because Lincoln Park is notorious for flooding. Unfortunately, It's horrible. Let's see. Lisa says good morning from Lawrence Harbor. I mean, again, I do feel like the woman from My Cousin Vinny with these stupid glasses. Good morning from Forked River. That
Maybe you need a thicker set, hon.
Exactly. Kathy says good morning from South Amboy. We've got Morristown here. Miss you guys in News 12. We miss all of you. So join us here. Good morning from Little Egg Harbor. Oh, nice. Okay,
Nice.
That's Joanne.
Yeah.
Good morning from Cedar Grove. Well, the band is back together. Rock on. There we go. Love it. That's it. Chris, good morning from Edison. So we got a couple people from Edison. Oh, we got here Susan from Lavallette.
Nice.
Checking in down the Jersey Shore. Oh, we got Mikey here from Bayonne. Is this one of your boys?
Could be. I don't know.
Yeah.
The Bayonne tribe is strong.
Yeah.
James has a lot of boys.
That's it, right? Wendy, good morning from North Halden. Justin says morning from Sussex County. So that's a place to be on alert there. We got Karen here from Neptune. Good morning to you. Anne Marie coming in from Old Bridge. We've got West New York. Carl. Kerry. I'm sorry.
Carl.
Kerry. Jesus.
Carl.
I can't see.
Maybe you need a thicker set, hon.
No, I need more than that. So Mark says good morning from Vernon. Very nice.
Mark's a snow lover, Denver Broncos fan here, so occasionally we'll engage in. But we got to get to the Jets game too, because the Jets.
Absolutely, sure.
Against a decent
They
team.
actually
I know, right? I guess I think it's Julie, if I can read it right.
Julie,
good morning from Crestkill. You know what? Maybe if I make the screen larger.
That might help.
Maybe that would help.
Sometimes.
We need to get Dr. Della Russo on the show.
Dr. Della Russo. I thought you were talking about somebody else.
Oh my
Let's see here. Jesus. Wow. Well, it also helps with a 14-year-old computer. Good morning from Florham Park. We need you every morning, Donna. Hopefully we can get to that point, but we need everyone to subscribe to the channel. So really pump up the numbers. That's it. We got a good
we keep the light
crowd
on in
here.
Diesel's man cave.
Exactly. Patty says, good morning from Englishtown. So good morning to you. All right. So let me do the traffic here real quick before we nuke the entire show with the traffic, because that's it's all going downhill. It's all, you got to take it out. Look out. Look out. 20 seconds. Don't even say your name.
Hi, everyone. I'm Don Smith, and this is your traffic report.
Exactly. 16-second traffic report.
Yeah.
Oh, God. All right. So we got the usual suspects, as you say, G. North in the Parkway there, 143 up to 147. East along 280 off of eastbound 80 is busy. Same thing east on 80 in Rockaway. This is actually a little lighter than what it should be, and it could be that state of emergency, and people don't want to use that work from home situation on a day like today. And see, this is where it works to keep people off the roads so you don't have this massive crush coming back in this driving rain later tonight. East on Route 3, getting east of 17 is busy. We're going to go George, Lincoln, Holland, all in that 30-minute category there. Let's go to Western Jersey, 78, 206. Yeah, the western parts of the state are fine. 15, 206, 23. So, just leave a little extra travel time, and maybe you can leave earlier from work. Central Jersey, things are looking good along the Turnpike, 287, the Parkway. Same thing along Route 9 and Route 33. And there goes the numbers. We're losing 10 at a time. 206, 70, 295. I mean, this is pretty much a benchmark here. We're on a Tuesday, and there's nothing out here along this 295, 55, 42 corridor. People are doing the work from home or taking the day off because of the weather. There's no question in my mind about that. And then South Jersey here is fine, as it always is. Maybe we should all move to Cape May County.
Yeah, man.
Get out of the line of fire. But yeah, so there it is. There's my 30 seconds. Did I make it? Oh,
look at that. Look at that. This guy is a maestro.
In the nick of time.
Maestro.
I was starting to tune out.
Maestro. Oh, jeez.
My ADD was catching up with me.
It's funny because my friend texted me last night, and her work actually sent out an advisory because she does a hybrid schedule going into New York and then working from home. And she's like, so does this mean I have to go in tomorrow? And I said, I think you're good. I think you're good. You can probably stay home. If the governor's calling a state of emergency by 5, you won't get home by time. So there you go.
Same thing. So I get a call from a buddy who works for a station in the city, and they offered hotel rooms.
Oh,
so
wow.
he said, then of course, as soon as he gets these, like, how bad it's going to be? Let me call Jimmy. Let me see. So he calls me and he's like, and that's what prompted the call. So,
wow.
I mean, I'm sure. I mean, yes, it's, it's good storm, bad storm, all the above, different hazards depending on where you are, particularly, but I mean, this is not the end of the world, although, it will be played out like that. I mean, the hype train is just going to be making every stop, and the sleeves will be rolled up, and
sure. You'll see every reporter out there and the waiters, whatever. I'm being swept away. I'm going to stand out here so you don't have to.
They're going to have like K-Bear's kids sleds. They're going to be like rowing them down like in Pompton Lakes. It's going to be like a foot and a half of water.
Man, I don't miss that.
There was that one wasn't it one live shot years ago that somebody was standing? I think it was New Jersey. It was up there. It was like Wayne or Pompton Lakes or something like that. And it was like somebody's going by in like a rowboat or whatever. They walk past there or whatever.
And somebody walks right by. Somebody walks right by and like
that's CNN. Yeah. I think you're right. So G, you mentioned Maestro. So let's just get into those Golden Globes here. We'll just bust chops here with that. So did Maestro win anything?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Despite all of their campaigning, because it's all politics, right? It's not necessarily about the best movie that wins. It's all about politics. So Oppenheimer won the most. Best actor, best director, obviously, best movie, drama, best supporting actor, Robert Downey. By the way, movie was shot in Princeton. Obviously, J. Robert Oppenheimer, was a professor there. He did part of his work there. There's a building named after him. So that's where they shot it. Cool. I mean, very big links to New Jersey. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't kind of a surprise. It was kind of like a meh kind of show. It wasn't, very exciting. And that's the one where everybody gets drunk and like crazy. And so it wasn't as crazy this year. So
you mean the Golden Globes, not Oppenheimer.
No, no.
No, I thought I was thinking Oppenheimer. They get drunk.
No,
and
the
I
award
hope not.
show. It's the one
Oppenheimer
where,
throwing a few
they all
back.
let loose. Yeah.
Yeah, geez, wow. So that's interesting. That
Yeah.
again, I mean, I saw Maestro. It was all
I
right.
watched it this weekend. I fell asleep.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I
it's a
think we
weird movie,
tried.
but it's a weird movie,
Right.
right? Not weird, but it's just
You have
I
to
don't
pay
know.
attention. Yeah, I mean, I think, him as the lead in that role, I mean, I think he embodies it. I think he did a great job.
right. As
The
an
one
actor,
that I watched that I was like, "Oh my God," was Saltburn. I don't know if you've seen it, but
no, never heard of
prepare
it.
yourselves because you
Yeah.
will never look at a bathtub the same way again, or a gravesite the same way again.
Or
Oh,
wait, did you say gravesite? You say
Mhm.
gravesite? Oh
That's
God.
all I will say. If you are gonna
Okay.
watch it, just prepare yourself.
So who's in that?
It's Barry Keoghan. He was in The Banshees of Inisherin last
Oh.
year.
Oh.
Carol. James is like,
Like,
he's an
oh,
Irish
really?
actor. He's
the
kind of like
Banshees of
up-and-coming.
Inisherin.
Oh,
Banshees
that
of
Barry.
Inisherin.
It's like Ed Sheeran's Inner Circle.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but this one
Oh
was,
my God.
it was definitely, yeah.
Wow.
So who were some of the other big winners that were on the
Poor
ticket there?
Things won Best Comedy, so that's with Emma Stone. There's a Jersey actor in that film as well. His name is Rami Youssef. He's from Rutherford. Shout out to
I've heard that name
Rutherford.
before. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's done a few like bit parts, and he's also kind of up and coming. He also, I think he was doing some comedy for a while. Mark Ruffalo's in that as well. Willem Dafoe.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like Frankenstein's monster. But it's a girl, and she's kind of learning how to live her life to the fullest. I haven't seen it yet. I really want to, though. It's supposedly really funny. Yeah, I mean, those are the big ones. It wasn't, again, Succession. I know, James, you're obsessed with that show.
Love it.
I missed the last season, so I don't really know what happened, but they won. They cleaned house for TV shows and The Bear as well.
The Bear. I like The Bear too.
I have to catch up on that.
Love
And
Little
another one
Carmy.
that kind of flew under the radar is Beef. It's on Netflix. It's with Steven Yeun. He's from Walking Dead, and Ali Wong, a comedian. I just saw the first episode yesterday because I was curious, and it's actually pretty good. So yeah, I would check those out as well.
You think I just brought up the Golden Globe site? I mean, do you think we're going to get thrown off the internet here if I bring this site into the show, or what? Or is it like all copywritten stuff? Just the show stuff. I don't take a chance.
You think Uncle Tony's going to show up and kick you off?
I mean, you're talking about the show. It's not like you're using it out of context.
Exactly.
Usually
This is true. This is true. I always get weird about putting stuff. I don't know.
Award shows. Yeah, they're tricky.
Yeah,
Another one not related to the Golden Globes. Mean Girls comes out on Friday. The Mean Girls, the musical.
Yeah.
Gee, your girl Lindsay Lohan showed up last night at the red carpet in New York City. Let me tell you, she looks fantastic. Like she's glow up. Like
how old is Lindsay
motherhood and
Lohan now?
marriage.
She's got to be
like 40.
Probably, yeah. She looked amazing.
Wow.
And she's not even in the movie. She just came to support because it's a brand new cast and it's a musical version. But she literally stole the carpet. She stole the whole thing. The moment.
She's obviously a pretty woman. She's
had
her issues in the past, and it sounds like she's probably cleaned them up.
Yeah, I mean, she's a mom now, and she's married. And she's kind of settled down, so it's nice to see like kind of a success story from all of that.
Well, same thing with like Paris Hilton. She was like this,
for sure,
twerp of a kid.
Jesus,
I actually think Paris Hilton is a much more beautiful woman than she ever was like as a younger woman. Like as she's gotten older.
Yeah,
she's matured and definitely kind of settled down too.
Yeah, so I thought of you because the Long Island connection.
Exactly.
Strong Island.
Strong Island.
Strong Island. I hate that Strong Island.
But that Mean Girls.
There's a love driving out to Long Island for work.
I know you loved it. The road to perdition, the LIE is the road to
no. The belt is the road to perdition.
The belt I think takes the winner on that.
Or the BQE, flip a coin.
It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Yeah, 6 1/2 doesn't either. But the Mean Girls movie was shot in New Jersey, and the Motion Picture Commission basically said they gave back $36 million to the economy. So shout out to them. Good. Yeah,
that's great. That's the the what do you call it? The New Jersey Film Commission or whatever does a really nice job, at least from what I'm able to see, because parts of Union County, there are a lot of towns are really pushing, not pushing, but are certified now for the New Jersey Film Commission to shoot.
Right.
And I think it's great. I mean, how much, like you said, $36 million. I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at when you add that in a lot of budgets and local economies and local businesses, keeping them open. And then when that Netflix studio eventually opens up, if it does, I guess, are they working on that, or is it, what is it? Is it just
no, it's definitely in the works. I mean, you should drive through Fort Monmouth sometime. They got a great gym club in there called The Fort. They got, I think one of the maybe Jersey City universities has like a mini campus in there as well.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
There's a lot going on. Oh, and speaking of the $36 million that the film commission, Phil Murphy's going to talk about how he's going to tax that later on this afternoon in his State of the State. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, that's probably true.
We'll give you the tax break, but then we're just going to tack on that.
We're going to add that to the gasoline.
If you have ever driven by it, though, we accidentally, we're coming home from Oceanport one time and we took the back way.
Yeah.
And it is kind of like a set from The Walking Dead. Like, it's like you're seeing tumbleweeds and like it's just deserted. It's definitely like a waste of space, but it's beautiful. So there's so many things that they could do with that space that I'm very interested to see what it's going to look like once they're finished with the whole Netflix complex.
Right.
Is there like a timetable when it's supposed to be finished? Or, I mean, I haven't heard much about it. That's why I'm asking. I don't know.
It's definitely been greenlit. I don't know, who knows how long the process is to get it from
years and whatnot. I mean, they may even have to do some cleanup too. I mean, Fort Monmouth.
Yeah, for sure.
Forever. So,
yeah.
So Mike says morning from Randolph, because we're gonna do a couple more comments. We'll hit the sponsors here in just a second. Greg is coming in from where are we up Aquanic. Keep up the good work. Very nice.
Greg,
and like and subscribe to the show on YouTube. That's what we need, folks. Please. That's the big one.
And we should mention it's free to subscribe.
Exactly. That's right. You don't need to do anything. Yeah. And if you hit the bell notification, I'll let you know when the new show is coming out. We've got Anne here, or Anne Marie, excuse me. Good morning from Woodbridge. We've got Sayreville, Pamela checking in there. You guys are the best. Rock on from Lisa. So thank you very much for that. Let's see, Bruce from Jackson. Again, post up where you're watching us from. Kelly says, good morning from Belmar.
Nice.
We got Tom's River here this morning with us. Good morning, Linda. We got good morning, Brick. Rosemary coming in from Brick. And we've got Philip from Union. So we got a nice cross-section here. I wonder if that southwest section of the state down in Gloucester County, if anybody's watching us there. Good morning from Howell. But again, nobody beats whoever it was last. What was it? The last show we did? Someone from Australia, Perth, Australia, I think.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
That was random.
So today we got Diker Heights.
That's right.
New York City's version of Oz, right?
Exactly right. Sherry says, "Good morning from Point Pleasant. Nice seeing you all again. We got Freehold here this morning. Let's see, Pine Beach Borough. Where is that?
Ocean County.
Ocean
Pine
County.
Beach, right. We'll call it Metro Tom's River.
Metro Tom's River. Okay, very good. Cedar Grove here, DJ. Let's see, Kathy coming in from Lakewood, and here we go, G, just to torque you. He taxes everything twice. There we go.
Shucks. Did I say that?
Laura says, good morning from Howell. Enjoying the conversation. Yes, definitely join us here. Much love and best wishes from Long Valley. We've got good morning from Brielle. Let me just set this up here. Good morning. Oh, wow, this is a good one. Lynn, good morning from Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Hey.
Nice.
So Lynn, you're about to get hammered with some of those storms moving in your direction. So you'll get it before we do. So
wow.
Down the hatches. And, if it's very possible you may have a tornado warning in Louisville as well. So
that's
please
crazy.
be safe and charge your devices, could lose some power, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. And Lynn, I don't know how far are you from Bowling Green from the Corvette assembly plant, but just let us know if you're still with us here this morning.
Corvette assembly plant.
Well, you know what?
We don't know how far you are from the Publix, but I heard they're having a sale on stew meat. So, I'm thinking about making my crock pot tonight.
Either the crock pot or the $100,000 Corvette.
Yeah, exactly.
But it is because a lot of times when they have these big storms, I mean, the assembly plant there, they don't have
come up with these things.
I don't know. I'm just lost.
How do you know these things? Yeah.
I don't know. But they don't have like a covering. So the cars are all wrapped outside. But a couple of years back, or there was some sort of the tornado or something. A lot of these cars got like hail damage. I mean, these are 6-figure cars that got just wrecked from like hail damage and stuff like that. But anyway, I digress. Martha from Old Bridge, good morning to you. Be safe in New Jersey from Victoria. All right, so let's do our sponsors here real quick, and we'll get back to the Golden Globes and that Jets game. The Jets, jeez,
Jets, baby,
what a joke.
Snowball.
Oh my God! Like, all right, let me find your.
You got agita? Is that what you just said?
Hey,
Tyrod Taylor, man, played good the other day.
Yeah. Tommy Gabagool on the bench. Let's see. All right, G, here's your boys over at Eastern Millworks. Let me bring in this here. And there we go.
Eastern Architectural Millwork. That's the exterior division. So, the millwork part of the company will make all these fancy corbels and brackets and beautiful things. The exterior boys get to install them. So everything from soup to nuts, from design to fabrication to installation. Eastern Architectural Millwork has you covered.
Hey, nice. All right. Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, 22 North Avenue West. In historic Cranford, New Jersey, 908-272-3000 is the number. Go to the website, CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com. Ralph is on his break now, but just wanted to get you on the radar here. Just remember him when your ice cream fix is in order. He'll be back sometime in February, so it takes about 6 weeks off to kind of recharge and retool there at the shop. So again, CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com is the website. So again, that's in Cranford in Union County. That's 22 North Avenue West. And my good friend Darley Newman just saw the season opener for season 11 in Alabama. It was fantastic. Really some great stuff. Really good photography. Now, it's always had good photography, but some really cool drone shots in this episode. So you can watch that on New Jersey PBS, PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Wonder Innovation TV's Journey. So definitely give that a look if you're interested in travel. And again, Darley's been with us, or been with me, I guess, since the beginning, a couple of years back. I can't believe it's been like 2-something years or whatever I started this thing. It's just
wow.
Yeah, I don't know where the time goes, but you can go to her website, darley-newman.com, for more information. All right, so let's bring us back in here. So anything more there, Kay, from the Golden Globes?
I'm trying to think. I mean, like I said, it was kind of a little bit of a dud. It wasn't, super exciting.
Yeah.
I think it was, Barbie didn't win that much. I saw that movie finally too.
Barbie. Jeez, Barbie.
I think I just didn't too much hype for me by the time I got to it. So I was kind of like, okay, I get it. I like the overall message, but I was just kind of like, I think I was too Barbied out by the time I watched it.
I mean, like,
they were snubbed.
I was sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. Any like mainstream like TV shows or like on network TV that anybody would pay attention to? I mean, some of these TV shows I've never even heard of.
Yeah,
like I mean, I don't know, where do you find them?
It's really just about streaming, it seems now. Really? Netflix, huge. HBO Max, huge. Really, it was Netflix's night because. I think the Bear, I don't know where the Bear airs. The Bear airs.
The Bear airs.
What is it about? Do you know?
The Bear is about a restaurant. It's about basically the crew behind a restaurant and just the ragtag team. Beef is on Netflix. That starts with an almost near accident. And the two people involved sort of keep going at each other. It's pretty well done so far from what I've seen.
I think some of it too is just the names of the shows that just don't make it the
problem is too, there's just so much.
So many,
There's so much that it's hard to keep up with all the, everything that people are watching and the trends. The Last of Us was one of my personal favorites from last year. I don't know if you guys saw it. It was on HBO Max.
No.
Pedro Pascal. It's based on the video game, which I've never obviously played because it's not my thing, but
it was great.
It's so well done and it got nothing. So
really,
so it's interesting to see how they choose and why and but again, that's another streaming. It's all about streaming now. So
what are you two guys watching now? I mean, I just finished up. Geez, we're gonna get my balls busted. It's
tell me it's Miami Vice.
No, you're close. It's Magnum PI.
Oh,
It's really good. Unfortunately, NBC canceled it, so I have 2 more episodes left for the finale or whatever. But I just can't believe they canceled it because it was just so well done. It shows Hawaii and the whole thing.
Right.
It's always good to see Hawaii in January when you're freezing your shorts off here. And,
exactly.
you're thinking of big waves and
Yep.
things like that. But so that one's coming to an end. And actually, the one I really enjoy is Quantum Leap. Again, I'm stuck in the 80s, so here we go again. But the lead, the guy who plays. Yeah, the guy who plays the new character, or whatever, he's really good. I mean, the whole cast is good.
That deserves a little nut busting.
Oh yeah.
Who's in that? Charlie O'Connell,
Charlie O'Connell. Who the hell is Charlie O'Connell?
Jerry's brother.
Jerry O'Connell.
Tom Selleck in it? I don't know.
No. Selleck. He's still on Blue Bloods, and I think that's coming back. Coming back in February, I think. Yeah, because of the strike and everything else, they had
everything got pushed back.
Everything got pushed back, yeah. But Magnum and Quantum Leap doesn't come back until probably February for the second half of the season. But it's really good. It's a lot of fun, and whether Scott Bakula actually makes an appearance or not, that's
Scott Bakula.
That's still out there.
Did you watch Knight Rider too? The
Knight Rider.
I'm waiting for that one to come back too. Totally. Well,
he's gonna get his kit car behind him too.
Exactly. Well, I just texted Darsky, our buddy Darsky, right?
Yeah.
We go back and forth texting from the other time. I told him, I said, they should bring back WKRP in Cincinnati. And he's like, all for it, man. Let's do it.
Well, they did bring back Night Court, right? Wasn't that back for a little while or still back?
I think it's the second season, actually. Yeah. And they just brought back Roz, the one who played the bailiff.
Roz
the bailiff.
It kind of shows you that there's like no original ideas, right? Like that, at least original ideas that stick for the most part on regular TV.
I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm not sure what the last original show I've seen.
Law and Order, but there's 20 spin-offs.
20 spin-offs. You just completely get lost. I mean, there's so many. I mean, it's relentless. I mean, half the time it's 24/7. You could put a channel on 24/7 with every iteration of that. You'd never run out of episodes.
Right.
Nothing.
You watch the Brady Bunch reruns too?
I do. Gilligan's Island, sure, why not? And
we watched a ton of Brady. So actually, my brother-in-law went to the Brady house a week ago.
Really? Oh wow, that's cool.
Did a tour or whatever. He's been there he's driven by several times.
That's great.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
That's
so
fun.
anyway, so when the kids are home, we watched a ton of Brady episodes.
Oh,
yeah. So
Mike Brady. Mike Brady.
Marsha. Yeah.
It's just amazing. Not amazing, but again, the earlier years, they were all really young. I mean, Greg was probably 13 or something like that. But then as they got older, where they start driving or whatever, every one of them were just so horned up. They were looking to score with everything that moved. It was great. It was
the best was the first season. Mike Brady's got this clean cut,
yeah.
And then by the end of the show, he's got a fro and a Jerry curl by the last season, Mike's been hitting the club scene,
Oh my God, he's got chops, he got the whole deal.
Yeah, exactly.
One of the best ones where Greg is what was he? It was Johnny Bravo.
Yeah.
He comes down, and he goes, "Morning, Mike, Carol." He's like, "What? They call me
Johnny Bravo." Yeah. Oh my gosh, I remember now.
And then we watched the episode where Joe Namath was actually
in that
episode. Yeah.
Or when they went to Hawaii, the Hawaii one always scared me.
That's a quality one too. Yeah,
exactly.
But the tiki,
tiki,
yeah,
and the idol,
right? The idol with what's his name? Oh my God, I'm blanking. The actor Vincent Price.
Oh, Vincent Price. Yeah. Right. Old Mr. Honolulu.
Yeah. It always creeped me out.
Which tiki is your tiki? And I don't know if anybody was spared in that. I don't know if did Carol get any ailments or Mike? I don't know. Everyone had Alice blew out her hip trying to hula dance or something. Or
I don't remember. Gosh.
That was so long ago. My gosh. And then the movies were great too. The Brady movies.
Oh, I didn't watch the movies.
Oh, they were so bad. It was just so bad. It was just so bad. Mike's he's the architect and he builds a building. The thing collapses and he's in the basement, under 8,000 tons of rubble. And he walks out of it. It's all right, come on, please.
Are you saying the Brady Bunch isn't real? It's not real enough.
Oh my God, it's not real. Oh no. Oh God.
Don't forget Sam the Butcher.
Oh, Sam.
Oh, Sammy. Sammy the Butcher. Exactly. That's right.
Sam and Alice forever.
Sam and Alice forever. That's right.
Exactly.
but it's funny, not funny, but I mean, when you look at the ages of either the actors or whatever it's supposed to be, I mean, they were only like in their late 30s or early 40s, but they look like they were like 70.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Andy Davis was like legit, like old school, old maid. It seemed
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Wasn't she a nun? I thought she was like a nun, like she was
No,
studying to become a nun or something. Like, I mean, like she never married, had kids, or anything else like that. I'm not particularly sure, but I know what I'm talking about. It's the
if you don't get married or
captain.
have kids, you're a nun.
Oh my God.
Seriously.
Kathy says good morning from
He's like,
Lakewood.
save me.
Save there. We got Long Valley here checking in. This is Jessica. Again, you're watching Good Morning New Jersey. I have no idea where the show is going right now,
Yeah,
but we're going way off the rails. We're going for another 15 minutes this morning, so definitely like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's where we need everybody to switch over from Facebook to YouTube and really pump up those subscribers. Get a nice, shot of a little pop in the subscriber numbers from the last time, which is great.
Yeah.
So that's Jessica from Long Valley. We've got, let's see here. Jenna says, good morning. Lori says, hello from Wayne. Stay safe, everyone. Right. And Pam comes in from Tom's River. Good to see you all. All right. So that's our comments here this morning. So we'll spin from classic TV because I could spend the next 20 hours with that. Jets, buddy. Oh my God.
Jets, cutlets.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know if this is in
side, but maybe,
or what.
Maybe, cutlets could end up a Jet. Wouldn't that be?
You think?
Really?
He should go to a team where they have a good quarterback. Obviously, the Jets have Aaron Rodgers once he gets healthy, and maybe he could learn something from. I don't know. I don't know if I see the Giants keeping him around, especially if Tyrod Tayller
played as good as he did. Yeah, I mean,
he had 300-yard game the other day. So
didn't the Giants come out and say that Cutlets wasn't taking it seriously or something, and that's why they benched him and all of that?
I mean, I can't see him not taking it seriously.
Right. I mean, why wouldn't you? But maybe that's just an excuse.
Right.
Yeah, it could be too. Right. He just got his head handed to him the last couple of games. He just wasn't
literally.
I mean, just getting destroyed. I mean, there's only so many times you could put a guy out there before it get to be like a safety issue. I mean, he's going to get his, bell rung so many times and they're going to put him in.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right. I mean, maybe that, the, what do you call it? The Cougine agent he's got there. Maybe
Joan Stellaris.
Yeah. Sets him up with, the Jets. Whether they would take him or not. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Zach
Wilson.
I mean, look. I mean, it's a good PR move. Keeps him in the market. He's a local kid.
No, that's true.
And I think let's keep Aaron Rodgers. Let's keep Cutlets as a backup, and we'll send Zach back to quarterback camp somewhere. Is
Rodgers actually going to play though? Is he really going to?
I think he will.
Yeah.
I'm thinking so at this point. I think he. Look, I mean. The way the Jets season went, that's the disappointing part of this whole Jets season this year is that there were probably at least 2 to 3 games that they should have won and they didn't. And if they did, they would be 11-6, and they'd be right in the playoff hunt. I mean, it's just that's just a frustrating thing. They're very much like the Knicks. They get us so close and then they just STB, man, they just blow it. And it's like, okay, but I think Aaron Rodgers had a lot to do with that. I mean, honestly, I think he's probably a pretty good coach. I mean, he was on the sidelines the whole season, I mean, he was engaged in the game and the whole thing.
If you got a young rookie or, young inexperienced quarterback, I mean, who better to learn from? And who else is kicking ass in the NFL for the Browns? Jersey Joe Flacco.
Oh, it's true. Yeah. What is he like?
You love Joe Flacco.
42, something like that.
Yeah, man. Chalk one up to the old guys.
Yeah.
Kelly Slater was still, winning surf contests, pushing 50.
Yeah,
that's awesome. He's sick. He's awesome. Watching him is like,
he's super fit,
surf god.
And obviously can surf.
Yeah.
To say the least.
Well,
what's interesting, if you guys ever watch like Real Sports or any of those shows, all those phenomenal, particularly we'll call it alternative sport athletes, surfing, skateboarders, what have you. All of those guys, or most of those guys, I should say, I think a big reason why they're so good is because they came from like dysfunctional families, usually alcoholic or absentee fathers, and their salvation and their refuge was either in the ocean, in the skate park,
Yeah.
in whatever. So you can list a billion of those, athletes, and it's amazing the correlation. Kelly Slater's dad was an alcoholic. Jay Moriarty, big wave surfer, very transient type living situation, all different things. You should watch that movie, The Lords of Dogtown. Going back to the early skate days of Tony Alva and all those guys, and really, really interesting. All very dysfunctional kind of family relationships, and I think that kind of pushed them into just finding solace in their craft, which they did, and drove them to be so much better.
Yeah. That's
Wow.
cool.
Yeah.
And it came at a time too where those sports were not really looked at as sports. It was sort of like the alternative slash like bad boy kind of like, oh, he's a skater, or he's a surfer, but now it's like more respected.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. So there was probably, that alternative, they've embraced that sort of alternative sports avenue and crushed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Well, speaking of sports, my brother said he wants to join us doing some sports. So
nice.
All right. Yeah. So we'll see about getting him on in our next broadcast if possible. Oh, Hannah says take a pork chops and applesauce. All right. Yeah. Right. Oh, the tarantula Peter got, right?
Yeah, exactly.
He got whacked on that. Yeah. Calm before the storm. That's what Amelia says. Lori says, isn't our swell? Okay. All right. I'm missing that. Lois says, good morning. We got Whiting, Susan checking in from Whiting. And let's see here. Great show. Good morning, Mike C. WCC Club. Woodbridge Corvette Club. Nice. Very nice. Cool. I don't know, Mike, do you go to the Galloping Hill Cruisers in Linden? I don't know if your club shows up there.
Has he been down to Bowling Green?
I guarantee you Mike has. Mike is still with us. I'm sure he probably has. That's
I got to tell you, like, I've never had like, a huge hankering. I've never been like a crazy Corvette guy, except the classics, the 58s or whatever. Sure. But that newer mid-engine Corvette is pretty rad. I got to say that, hail damage or not, I'd take one of them.
Oh yeah. And what is, even if it's an investment per se, like, look, you're looking at average probably $80,000-$90,000 for a Corvette. The thing is, it's never really going to lose value. But, even if you put 30,000 miles on it and enjoy it in a couple of years, you're still going to make like 80% of your money back or more. It's like one of the highest resale value cars like going. You're not going to get that for, a Corolla. Oh no,
not for my Camry, my little beat up Camry.
Oh, your Camry's going to last you 500,000 miles.
So.
Exactly.
The way I drive it, I don't know.
Oh boy. Well, look out.
Came flying down the turnpike in her Camry.
That's it. Beep, beep. All right. So we got about 9 minutes left. So, anything else going on we want to chat about before we get back to the weather? Anything happening that,
did you hear the lawmakers yesterday in New Jersey decided to give themselves a 67% raise?
Oh, that's right. Yes, I'm sorry. I meant to. Yeah.
But here's the thing: 67%. So, like, some of them, I think they said some people who have salaries of $49,000 a year might go up to 80 something. And it's
well, that's you do the math. That's almost 100% raise.
Yeah, that's almost 100%. But it depends. So, plus the governor and other top lawmakers are going to get a raise. The catch is the bill's not going to go into effect if it's signed until 2026, which means Murph is going to be out of office then anyway, so he doesn't benefit from it. But they were mentioning, the inflation, cost of living, 67% though in some cases.
Yeah, or close to 100% in some other cases.
100%.
Pretty sure inflation is not 97%.
Yeah.
Well, it's just the optics of it is just. It's just bizarre, and now he's going to do the state of the state today, and then that's going to be kind of overwhelming. Does Murphy even collect the salary? I don't know. He's like uber rich. I don't know if he's one of those Bloombergs who only takes like $1 or whatever. I don't know if he actually. I don't even know what the salary is for the governor these days. I wouldn't even know.
Well, it's about to go up if he signs this bill. So yeah,
$200,000 or $300,000. Wow.
Yeah, but again, it takes place in 2026, so it would start. But you think of all the other government jobs, some folks don't make that as much, but 67% seems like a large raise
Increase?
there.
But
Yeah.
when was the last time they actually had a rate or anything?
2002. So that's the caveat.
All right,
also.
so it's 22
So it's
years
over
ago.
20 years,
No,
right?
I mean, no, it was 25 years when it goes into effect. So
Right.
So
Right.
I guess you start adding that up, and it starts to take effect. Our friend here from the post in Fairlawn, the crossing guard post,
Oh, nice.
Skywarn Spotter Cannon. I'd call my beloved Philadelphia Eagles dysfunctional. Yeah, they lost 5 of the last 6. I mean,
James was out for the last game though, so
that's true too.
I was in
Lost in translation. Yeah,
watching the games with Ava a little bit before heading back,
right.
And so they had a few games on in the restaurant, but Eagles just did not look good.
It definitely says good morning, South Plainfield. Not sure what this is. Lori says, let's get teachers cola before you do this. Don't know what that means, Lori. If you want to extrapolate in the next 7 minutes, you can. Irvington Fireman starting pay is only $40,000. Yeah. Okay. So that's where the pay raises should be going to the firemen.
Exactly.
Michelle says, good morning, going down, check the Manasquan Inlet before the flooding gets bad. Okay.
Yeah, what's the timing on this, G? Run that down.
Yeah, generally, later this afternoon or early this afternoon, we start to get rolling with some rain. Rain picks up, wind picks up, rain gets heavier and steadier dinner time. Probably the worst of the storm is this evening into the overnight hours.
You want the maps, G? Do you want the maps up again? You want to put them up again, or what do you got?
Yeah, we could. All
right.
Yeah,
so noontime, 1 o'clock.
It starts to get some rain. You're gonna have rain picking up the kids from school, stuff like that. I'm gonna throw up here the watches and warnings map. So we have a high wind warning for Monmouth County further southward, including actually Staten Island and portions of.
Bring this back in here because after that, I want a couple more comments. They're starting to comment on the pay raises here, but go ahead.
So the high wind warning, you have the coastal flood warning. That's basically for the Delaware River Basin. And then you also have a coastal flood advisory for North Jersey as well. So a lot going on. I'm going to switch gears here. Who has the greatest significant flooding risk? It's actually northern Jersey, northern and portions of central Jersey, down sort of the turnpike corridor, down in southwestern portions of the state, and that's all from river flooding. That's all from that snowpack. 1 to 3 inches of rain on top of recent rains and areas where we had picked up snow up in northwest Jersey. So that's what that map is about here. Let's get back to the radar here, and you can see we've got a few spotty showers just out to the west. A little bit of rain, Lancaster, PA, but you get west of there by State College and Juniata, and then down in towards Virginia, we've got some heavier rain there as well. And as we move down into West Virginia and a little further southward here, we've got heavy rain in towards Western Virginia, West Virginia, and in towards that Raleigh-Durham area of North Carolina, getting some rain, trying to move in our direction as well. So strap in again, charge your devices, with wind gusts that could exceed 60 miles an hour. I think, sporadic to perhaps widespread power outages are possible with some of those wind gusts. So you want to make sure that all your devices and such are charged, and don't drive through water, which you don't know how deep is. It's going to be, it's going to be a good storm. The wind gusts, I think, will be similar to what we had last time around, perhaps a few miles an hour gustier. That's going to create some damage, especially with recent rains, root systems compromised, things of that nature. So
the majority of the storm overnight, or like the really heavy where the winds really kick up, like tonight into early tomorrow morning, or
late tonight into early tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, late tonight into early tomorrow.
Okay. Well, maybe, dare I say it, maybe some townships and schools and whatnot, maybe on a delayed opening on Wednesday.
Absolutely possible. Remember last time around with the flooding in Patterson? I mean, I think those kids were out of school for
a week, right?
At least the rest of that week.
Yeah,
so at least 3 days, I think.
I think you bring up a good point as far as the power outages and stuff like that, because the ground is so saturated already, and just not going to take much to take out a tree. It takes one branch or whatever, and takes out the power lines and so forth. So your the charging stuff is really important. You make sure your devices are charged, fully topped off, that kind of stuff. It actually may even be just a good idea to get one of those little power banks or whatever, off Amazon or whatever, and just have it handy and just getting ready, having it ready to go. And there's the dogs, they're ready to go.
There we go. I got a roll here.
We got my kids.
Got a bit of a family crisis here. So G-Man's gonna call it a day.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right.
Yeah.
All right, G. All right. We'll see you
All
next
right,
time. Bud.
guys.
Thanks.
Stay safe.
Bye.
All right. So I guess Kay, it's just me and you for the next minute or so.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna a couple more comments here on what we were talking about with the so Lori says cost of living adjustments in retirement. That's what she was talking about. Okay. Got it. Let's see here. What do we got? I live in Cedar Grove. I'm a volunteer firefighter, neighboring Little Falls.
Yeah.
Pray for all live in the flood zones. Yeah, you just gotta, I don't know. You just gotta hunker down, I mean, any longtime residents of, Little Falls, that whole area.
Yeah.
Been through this drill, unfortunately, many times, and it's just
hopefully they get unscathed, but we'll see.
What is, I just don't know what I don't know what you can do. There's really not, I mean, there's things that can be done, but
right. But it might, some of it's long-term planning. It's
long-term planning, right?
Governmental.
That's right. Right.
Sort of
I think,
stuff.
and some of it is the overdevelopment of a lot of the green areas of the state. You see warehouses and apartment complexes and whatever, and that takes away from where the water can run.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
It's only so deep you can actually dredge a river and stuff. So
exactly.
But okay. All right. We're gonna end things here. Remember, like and subscribe. I'm losing my voice. Like and subscribe to the I almost said Tri-City Traffic. Good Morning New Jersey on YouTube. Try to pump up those numbers here. We'll let you know when we'll do our next show. Maybe Thursday. If not, maybe it's next Tuesday. So I think that's kind of where we're in that space. Maybe twice a week. We'll see how it kind of all shakes out. So, but I want to thank everybody for the comments here this morning. Again, you can still comment on the replays. I'll go back and I can look at them and comment as well.
Yeah.
So those are big too. But then also the likes on the videos are really something that helps us out too. So, all right. Okay. Good to see you. All right. Have fun. Everybody have a great day and good morning.